Hello everyone. Welcome to another recap from Azerbaijan Championship. Today I'm gonna comment on my game against Grandmaster Abasov Nijat. So he is one of the main opponents in this tournament, contender for the first place. So this game was important, and the game started with a surprise. I was not expecting him to play e4 at all. For some reason, in our last two games, he played d4 against me, so I was expecting probably he would try d4, but he came with e4, c5, knight c3. Again, another surprise. Usually he would play Alapin with c3. Actually, we played a few games in 2021 Azerbaijan Championship, but this time, and also he plays knight f3, but not. I mean, I guess he did play some games after knight c3. So I was wondering what he prepared here. So usually I play d6 or a6 in this position, but then I was like, let me go for accelerated dragon, g6. And I assume that this move was a surprise for him. Generally, I have like love and hate relationship with dragon. I remember I used to play g6, I mean dragon in my childhood. Then I lost very important game, actually two very important game, one in Azerbaijan Championship and one in World Yacht. So after that I decided to quit, but especially I analyzed the dragon for my viewers on Twitch. I was like, oh, let me try dragon and use some of knowledge from my streams. Anyway, g6, knight f3, bishop g7, d4, cd, knight d4, knight c6, fairly typical. And here, Nijat played a rare move, knight c6, and I mean it was popular at some point, but not anymore. So I took c6, c6, e5. I think on the internet I played a few times knight d5, but the engine doesn't really like that move, and I didn't know how much my opponent was prepared, so I decided to go for the main line, knight g8, bishop d4, queen a5, and I thought here some kind of e6 or bishop c4 were the main lines, and I don't know. Yeah, there is a bishop sacrifice. I was a bishop. I'm saying pawn sacrifice here. I thought this was the main line, knight f6, some rook e1, this kind of stuff. Although Angel suggests some other lines after castle, I could play f6, he says, and knight h6. But anyway, he played f4, and I went for knight h6. I saw this position. I felt like, here I am threatening to play rook d8 and then x-ray the bishop. I felt like in this position I have a better hand, and I was expecting him to play bishop c4, which he did. And now I spent 30 minutes trying to understand what move should I play. Apparently there is a game between Solovyov, Sergey, and Almodiaki. And in that game also queen b4 was played. I spent so much time on playing bishop g4, rook d8, or queen b4. All these options sounded good for me. But finally I decided to play queen b4. And here I think my Nijat made a mistake. He didn't want to play bishop b3 because he was afraid of knight f5. But I think white has more than enough compensation in this position. Although engine says I have to go knight d3, but what happens after queen d... queen c1? Oh, I have bishop h6, strong move. So after knight d3, he needs to sacrifice, I mean, kind of like sacrifice the exchange and play here. Very strong move, rook e1, and white is better. So after bishop b3, I was planning to play, I think, bishop g4, but here, very strong move, a3. White has a3 move, and now queen must go, I mean, maybe queen b3 or queen d6. Queen b3, cb, probably this position is around equal. Maybe white is better. So b3 was a mistake, and here I play bishop g4, queen d2, knight f5, with the idea that I may play long castle. If he played h3, I was gonna go for long castle. H-G and knight d4. I thought I have a strong attack. Next move f5. I will play f5 and this bishop is gonna be a monster dragon bishop. So here, on the other hand, Engine says he should have played h3 anyways, but after long castle there was an important move, a3, and it says around equal. But he played a3 immediately. I went for queen d6, bishop f2, and rook d8. So I was forcing him to take on d6. If he took on d6, I would take with knight d6, and next move I was gonna open up the bishop, and this position is very bad. So he played knight d4, correct move. Take knight d4, rook c1, and after bishop h6, he spent a lot of time here trying to figure out how to defend the best. The problem is that I am attacking f4 pawn, and if he plays g3, g5 is coming. And I thought my position is very pleasant, and Engine says it's kind of same thing, but maybe nothing extraordinary. He could have gone for this position, bishop g5, bishop d4, rook d4, and rook d1, and play this. Okay, I have two bishops, slight edge, but nothing much. Instead, I think he blundered this very strong idea. Knight c2, king e2, rook d2, king d2, bishop f4, king e2, and now the problem is that I have bishop e4. Now I am attacking h1, and c1 is under attack. I also threaten take knight a3, and I think this position is almost impossible to defend. Nevertheless, I think he should have played a4. This would have been his best chance, but he went for bishop e6. I went for h5, rook c2, bishop c2, king f3, bishop d6, and I guess he blundered that here he cannot take hg because I have bishop b3, rook h3, but it doesn't really matter at this point. So king g4, I played bishop b4, cut the king, so try to create a mate net for the king, h4, rook h5. Now I am threatening f5, g5, g4, and there is not much left in the game. Also black up 2 pawns, so the position is completely winning. So white resigned in this position. So it was a nice victory for me. I am leading in the tournament. So 4 out of 4. Tomorrow I am playing against FIDE Master, I believe, Talibov Shirolan. He has been showing some great performance. Let's see how my tomorrow's game will go. Thank you for sorry. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Take care. Bye bye.